All right, good morning. It's Friday. We made it through another week. Today, you have to submit your choice, either the illustrated story with pictures and little captions that move your story along and explain your pictures, or an oral story, meaning a flip grid, where you explain your story. And either way, you're pretending like you're telling it to a third grader, so you want to make it fun, make it imaginative, make it really simple and right to the point. And essentially, what you have to do is summarize these four sections. Summarize chapter 12.3, early communities and villages, how they started as extended family communities. Then, section 4, how they became from early extended family communities to towns and cities. They started to develop ironworking and trade. They started a city called Gene. Then you have to summarize the rise of kingdoms and empires. So I lied. You only have to summarize three things. You have to summarize and say how they went from extended family communities, summarize 12.4 with towns and villages, and then summarize 12.5 and how they became a kingdom and an empire. Okay. And it definitely has something to do with this idea of tribute, a payment made by one ruler or another. Or a country to another for protection and a sign of submission. Okay, so these are our three West African kingdoms. How did they become little tiny cities to these giant kingdoms? Also, a good idea would be to read the summary. So I'm going to read it to you right now. Chapter summary. In this chapter, you learned about how kingdoms and empires grew out of early societies in West Africa. Geography was a major factor in the development of these societies. Settled communities grew up below the Sahara Desert, where the land permitted farming. Geography also influenced trading patterns. Communities traded with one another for items they could not produce locally. Rivers such as the Niger served as trade routes. The earliest societies in West Africa were family-based communities. Some of these communities joined together to form villages. So we can see the start of the expansion. So your story should include some of these things. Banding together in villages allowed people to take advantage of natural resources and protect themselves from attack. Iron making and trade helped some villages grow into sizable towns and cities. Iron tools allowed farmers to grow more efficiently. As a result, more people could engage in other crafts. Villages traded with one another for their surplus goods. Some villages became important trading sites and grew into cities. So trade is taking it from villages to real cities. Some villages became important trading sites and grew into cities. Other large settlements developed around farmland and other natural resources. Trade brought some cities great wealth. The wealthiest cities conquered neighboring areas, leading to the rise of kingdoms and empires. Rulers gained even more wealth through tribute, as well as control of trade. In the next chapter, you learn about the importance of the study of ancient kingdom of Ghana. All right, so this summary, this is essentially like your script, although you should not read right from it. But take this and then make it more fun and playful, like you were telling this story to a third grader. Like you were going into an elementary school, having circle time, everyone's gathering up on the rug, and you're going to tell a story. And you're either going to show them pictures or you're going to tell a really fun story in a flip grid. Okay. Because Flipgrid is really cool because that's how West African cultures recorded their history before Islam and before written records. They would just tell their stories to the next generation. So we're kind of doing the same thing with our Flipgrids. Okay. If anyone has any questions, let me know on Google Meets. You can submit your illustrated story, a picture of it, or Google Drawing, and you'll also submit your Flipgrid, and that is your attendance for today. All right, good luck. If you have any questions, let me know on Google Hangouts. Excellent. Looking forward to some excellent creative stuff from you all today. And also, if you're doing a Flipgrid, wear your Thompson gear, show off your Thompson gear so I can tweet it out because it is Spirit Friday where we wear our Thompson gear. All right. Have a great day.